Okay, this is my synthesis project. This is my web page. In the menu, we can see my name and some spaces that you click on it, and there goes to a different page here, like the curriculum that is the part of my work in the future, or my ideas for my future, what I want to do in my life. There is also hobbies, my way to successful, and the part of Spanish, like Dossier and Satanas books, that is the relationships with images, other books, or movies, and the part of cinematographic analysis. Okay, we are going to Satanas, and in this space, we see the restaurant of the crimes that Mario Mendoza make, and we can read in the text. In this part, we can see the intertextuality, metatextuality, architextuality, paratextuality, and intratextuality. Some images of the resume, like the Arno Dorian that is of the game of Assassin's Creed, yes or not in metatextuality, a book, a text that is a word of the paratextuality, and Scorpiosity, that is the book of Mario Mendoza that I make the relationship. Okay, in this part we can see the resume of all the page that I make with Assassin's Creed Unity, a game of, like his name said, is of assassins and the crime that have France in the 80s. Okay, my autobiography is the final part of all the pages in this part, like my name, my age, what I do, what is my idea of my future, what I want to do in my life, and images of my family that is the most important part of my life. Okay, we are going to intertextuality. Like I said, this is the resume of Assassin's Creed, that is a game of assassins in France. The life of Arnaud Dorian is um, a life of the people of money in this time, but his family is of assassins. I make the relation because Arnaud Dorian and the principal character of Satanas have of crimes in the city of in this part the country, but his idea of the life and the crimes that they did in the text or in the game. We can see a gif of the game that is a battle with soldiers and is Arnold Orient in a place of a castle. Okay, this is the relation. Paratextuality I make with assassins. Like I said, the two stories is of crimes in Bogota and in Paris, but it's like his idea of the life or his idea of the life of other people. Like they don't think about the problems that they have, only kill them. Metatextuality, a resume of the text of other author, in, is a girl that she make a resume of Satanas, but she have an invitation for we read the Satanas, a book of Mario Mendoza that is so important, so interesting, but the theme is incredible. Architectuality, I make with black novel that is so blood in the stories, violence in some parts of the city. I make this architectuality with the black novel. And intratextuality, we can see a image of Mario Mendoza, the resume of what I think these two books are have a relationship. Like Scorpio Titi and Satanas, they are in Bogota, and with some crimes in the city, in the worst part of Bogota. Okay, there is Satanas. We are going to dossier, and in the part of dossier, we can see some images of the text or stories that are in the book of dossier, like Metamorphosis, Penitentiary Colony, Trappist Artist, A Little Woman, or a Rural Doctor. Uh, in every image, we can click and go to his resume. The old All of these have intertextuality, paratextuality, metatextuality, intratextuality, and architextuality. Uh, all the pages are the same white and the same order of images and the relations. In this case, metamorphosis, I make this relation with the image of monkeys or the human evolution because these stories, the evolution, the human evolution and metamorphosis have of a relation of work, like the control of the society in the persons, all the control of government to the persons that they have to work hard, but it's like waste of time. They can have a time with their family or their entertainment. So the government they have to make they work hard and don't enjoy his life. Okay, we can see, like I said, metatextuality, intratextuality. I'm gonna say it, but not at all, because they not have all the time. Penitentiary colony, I make with the kit of pajama of Slipes, like because this movie and this story have of like a carcel in these cases, and kill them with without they their ideas. The prisoners don't have the idea of that we are going to kill they. Okay, with little woman we have Aphrodite, the god of the love. This story is not at all of love because they are like a worst time of a character because a woman make his worst ideas, so they not are happy and the love make people happy. Okay, the metatextuality, the rural doctor. I make with Lazy Santos the intertextuality because the story have a relation with the work. So these women that play soccer professionality, they have to work hard, they have to effort much, but they don't have help of of the people or of the association of sports. So in rural doctor, we can see a doctor that have to work in other town, and the people doesn't help they because the doctor have to sacrifice his girl, and the person that he attends no is not so happy with their work. The paratextuality with doctor because all the story have to have a resume of this work. The intratextuality with the metamorphosis because the work that the society make to people, uh, not in all the cases are the people happy with their work or with their life and don't enjoy his life. Okay, we are going with my my education, in this case my curriculum. Okay, this part is in Spanish in a better way of order, but in English we can see like a small resume of all. Okay, my curriculum vitae in the start have personal information, my name, my number, my mail, my ID card, and some languages that I think that I'm gonna talk in the future, like Spanish or have a level C1 in English. Okay, my studies. In 2020, I have my grade of high school in the Agustina Notagasti, and I want to graduate in 2025 in the Javeriana University with an undergrad in industrial engineer. My laboral experiences, I put a practices in Gatorade in Bogota, but this is an idea in this moment. In the practices of the universities, I can go to other business like home center, Falabella, or I don't know, construction part, but in the laboral efficiency and sales, like the administration of these parts of the business. I put that in the 2024 to 2025, I have these practices in the final semester. Other education, I put Google courses that I did in the past year and this year, like computing, digital competence, e-commerce, and personal productivity. We can click and go to the Spanish part. There is my virtual education, the courses that I said in the past, like the personal productivity, there are my name and the and the day that I did these courses, like cloud computing, digital competence, Okay, we are going to the cinematographic analysis. Okay, in this part, we have, like I said, Fast and Furious 5 with some scenes um, of the movie. Okay, with a half Spanish part and English part. Uh, like in this scene, we can see how the director focuses the road to show the landscape, but even more so the cars that represent the actions. Like this movie is of cars, also an action, but the name and the latest movies and the theme, the principal theme is of cars. As the title of the film and the synopsis says. It is about action. When this is how these scenes of the film the director show us a landscape with an empty road, with only a bus of prisoners and three cars. But his intention is to pay attention how the cars try to intercept the bus. There is not only this scene with a general shot, there is here another, like where Toretto and his company have to watch how the police station function, because they have a plan to enter to the site. A short general plane. I put some short films of the movie, like in this the motorcycle go with in the road, but they focus the motorcycle but with a view of Rio de Janeiro and the landscape of Toretto and Brian in the final part, where these two characters talk with hopes and final the movie and end the movie. Okay, with the American shot, where is the leg to the head, uh, I put these two scenes, the scenes of the view of the police station and the scene when Toretto and Brian go to street races to take a car. Mm, that is how we observe from the knees to the head, as the type of plane indicates to Toretto when starting a conversation with a racer to get cars for his final plan. The close-up shot. Okay, there is the two parts, the part of Spanish and the part of English. Okay, I put the conversation with Toretto and Brian and the conversation of the team to to plant every part. Okay, for this close up, we have a conversation between the Brian and Toretto, in which we can see the foreground present in most of the scene, since the director wants us to interpret the seriousness and importance of this, because Brian and Toretto talk about the father of they, and to the son of Brian that doesn't have a worse father, the worst father. In this scene, we can see there a radio of a car, but Brian show us the map of Brazil and some places that they have to go to make his plan. The final video with some scenes of the movie that I put in the page. There are music, but I mute this. And finally, I put my career. What is the social cultural impact of this career? And there is, so the I want to study industrial engineer, and this career have to improve every product and service for the human, like food, like the administration of a business or a time for a product. So this career is so important for the society because improve every product that we consume, like money, like a sale of a drink of food, how the food go to the city or to another in the best way. So they improve and administrate the production of everything. Like I put economy, logistic, in the information of the business, the administration, and I think that there is some of the best careers for the human. So there is my synthesis project and my web page.